Hey everybody, welcome back to Whistle Thicket. Tom here. Our last video I posted was showing our horse dry lot in our front pasture, and I talked about how it works. I'm actually showing you our second dry lot in progress. So right now here we have this crushed limestone. The crushed limestone is key for the dry lot. So if you're wondering how we made the dry lots, I'm going to show you. I went to Tractor Supply last night on the way home from work on a Friday night, and I got us a 12-foot gate you can hopefully see, and some gate posts, some 6/7 gate posts, I believe. A big old post for our gates because it's important to have strong gates for your horses, and it's important to have a good system when you're building your dry lot. So what is a dry lot, first of all? And I am not a horse expert, people. I am not a horse expert. Most of this stuff my wife researched, actually, because she's the horse expert. So let me show you. This here is our dry lot, but as you can tell, it's not too dry, is it? It's kind of gross, actually. It gets really muddy. Where we live in the mountains of western North Carolina, we have had the last few years broken records for most precipitation. We have over 100 inches of rain the last few years. Rain and snow, but a lot of rain. In the summer, in the winter, it gets really muddy. If you're a horse owner, you know what I'm talking about. Horses drink a lot of water, 5 to 10 gallons a day. We have 4 horses and a donkey. Let's just say that's 50 gallons of water, which means that's 50 gallons of urine, people. Things get muddy, and horses like to stand in the same place, and they walk back and forth. And what happens over time is they have hoof issues, and hoof issues are not good for horses. Again, I'm not the horse expert, so I'm not going to go into all of that stuff. But we have been working on dry lots for our farm. We have open feeding, and we have round hay bales that we put a hay net on, and then we put that in a hay hut. All of this is in my very last video that I'm going to go ahead and post right here. There you go, I posted that video for you. So you can see a completed dry lot down in our front pasture, and I'm showing you the process of our second dry lot in case you got any questions. So now let me show you what we're doing. So here is our current dry lot situation. We have an automatic waterer, which that really helps in the wintertime, especially because water freezes. And in the wintertime, this is heated, so we do not have to give our horses water if they're in this dry lot in the winter. Up front, we do, and that's kind of a pain. Then we got a run-in shed, and attached to that is a little hay shed where we put square bales. We were using square bales, but we found round bales a lot easier for us. We only have to load up a round bale about every 10 days or so. And we have a friend who has great hay, so it makes sense for us to use round bales. But some people like to use those square bales still. This is what we've been dealing with, mud. And a lot of people that have horses, you know what I'm talking about. Mud. That is just not fun. So here's what we're working on. This is our second dry lot for the horses. So it's going to be 8, 16. It's going to be about 20 feet wide, and it's going to go the length of this dry lot. So we live on a steep property, if you can tell in the background. This used to be a hill, and it still needs to be, I guess, graded a little bit more. But we are going to be grading this dry lot, and then this is going to be covered with that limestone that I showed you earlier. The limestone is key. It's a bunch of different sizes, and it locks together, and it makes a pretty solid platform. And the limestone, since it's a base, it neutralizes horse urine. So instead of the horse urine going into the mud and making a giant horse pee puddle, gross, it goes through the limestone, gets filtered out, and it stays dry for the horses. If you watch our other video, you'll see that this works. We've had it going for about 2 weeks now. The horses have been down there, and it is going great. So our next step is going to be putting limestone down here. And that limestone is expensive. And some places it may be hard to get. I'm sure there's other options besides the limestone, but for us, that's been great. There'll be several inches of limestone here. And we did not put any underlayment here, like any type of landscaping cloth or anything like that. I think some people do that, but we didn't do it up front, and it doesn't seem to be a problem, so that's good for us. And then we have these railroad ties, which are going to border the dry lot here, and that's going to keep our limestone nice and contained. This is a local guy's excavator who's doing that work for us. I'm helping him with her tractor, actually, to move the limestone. And then here's our grand plan as I'm walking. This looks like it's going to be a gate to nowhere, but let me show you. There's a hole in the fence right now, but this is a gate, or it will be a gate. There's a gate to nowhere. But actually, we're pretty excited because this gate is going to be where we dump our horse manure. It's not going to be right here, but this is where our horse manure is going to be dumped. There's a little hill here, and it's going to be great to get all of that horse manure out. And then we're also going to be installing a gate, and we're going to build a trail. This is our property here that we haven't been able to use. It had quite a few more trees there that I felled a couple years ago for firewood. But what happened is a bunch of these saplings grew up. There's hundreds of these little trees that have grown up. I do have plans to make this a pasture one day. So as soon as we get this gate in, we're going to have a trail that's going to access our back acres. It's just another access point. So we're pretty excited about that. So basically what you do with a dry lot is every day you have to clean the poop. You can use a tractor, which we will be doing that once the construction's done with our tractor rake. But then if you don't have a tractor, that's okay. You can use, just a manure fork and a wheelbarrow, but you got to keep up with it. So if you like this video, this is just a work in progress. I really do encourage you to watch our previous video that shows our dry lot in action. If you have any questions, just leave a comment, and if you enjoy this video, just say hello, and we'll see you soon.